Wow. What's good? You know what it is. It's your boy Dizzy D Spill. And yeah, that's right. It's time to get into this outside raps. Now, for y'all that don't know, this has been a channel, mainly a YouTube channel rather than a podcast that I've been wanting to do for a while. I wanted to get into the interview-based type of things, and I have a lot of great people lined up. I'm just trying to get schedules together to make that work. You know what I'm saying? So, when I do these Dolo episodes, I definitely want to give some updates on certain news, things that intrigue me, things that I would love to give my opinion on. And for those that care, you can definitely tune in. For those that don't, you already know to do it, moving and find something that will excite you. In other words, you're not invited. So without wasting any time, I definitely want to get into a couple topics, and I wanted to just give my take on a couple scenarios. So let's get into the first one, which would be the, I guess the handicap match, I'll call it, between TK Kirkland, Charleston White, and Corey Holcomb. Now, I like the direction that Charleston White goes. He does make a lot of solid points about certain conversations and certain contradictories in the culture. And I think there are certain people that would have wanted to work with him or still want to work with him, but the reputation makes them a little nervous. And I think that's where TK came in at. And I did watch an interview with him where he was sitting down with some brothers, and he explained why he wanted to work with Charleston White. And it looks like from Charleston White's perspective, things aren't going well. He's not getting paid. TK's finessing him. Live Nation is doing him dirty. And I just wanted to give my take on what I thought about that, just from all different directions, and then we'll get into the Corey Holcomb situation. Now, how can I put this? Okay, so I've been watching TK Kirkland since I was a kid. I remember watching him on a couple episodes of Comic View, I believe. He was on Baller Block, and he was hilarious on that. Basically somebody I grew up watching. Definitely old enough to be a lot of us millennials' fathers. So he's definitely paid his dues in the industry. Seems like a very wise and cool brother. But that's just from where I stand as a fan of comedy and as somebody that consumes entertainment. For those that have probably worked in his field and maybe worked with him or worked with people that's been around him, they may have a different take. So I'm only going to give my take from the consumer's perspective of entertainment. He seems like a solid dude. He seems like maybe he did do a little bit of hazing back in the day for the new people or the people coming up. That really doesn't concern me. I really don't care about that. That's not why I'm tuned in to the type of entertainment I'm tuned into. And what I do know is that even though I agree with certain perspectives of Charleston White, and I do think that he is funny at times, I do see how he's more problematic. I do see that people are not paying attention to all of his words at times, because he lets you know he's a character. And if he is a character and he's playing a character and his goal is to be famous, that means by any means necessary. So I'm not going to say that he's a liar, but I'm not going to ever believe that he's always telling the truth. However, I do know in entertainment, when there are money issues that somebody is bringing up, it's hard to tell in a lot of cases if these individuals are not telling the truth. A lot of times it comes out that there is some truth behind whatever they're feeling regarding not being paid. So for me, I just think that it's messy. Once again, you have entertainers You have people that have an opportunity to get the bag, and that's when they start speaking out and they start talking crazy because I didn't get my bag, and this person's trying to play me. And I never understood what exactly the angle is. I mean, I know people want to tell the truth or their truth in this climate, but I never really understood what a person was supposed to get out of trying to drag somebody in order to get the check. All I know is if somebody wanted to get something from me and they dragging my name, I'm going to take my sweet time giving them whatever it is that may be owed, because now you're doing too much. So with Charleston, maybe he didn't get paid. It's hard to tell, man, because he's a character. So, with being a character, that means it's fictitious. It's not real. So you don't really know what the real is and what isn't the real. But what I do know is that I see a trend with celebrities when something happens. When there's allegations, and I gotta speak on this. I'm just keeping it 100 from where I'm sitting, because all of you entertainers are putting this information out there, and I gotta speak on something. Now, I don't mind somebody verifying events that has happened, but my biggest issue is I don't like when somebody comes forward and says something in the now 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. People want to come out and say, yeah, it happened to me too. To me, that's sucker, man. That's sucker. I don't care if it's true or not. You should have been spoke on that. I don't like when somebody comes out and makes a complaint, and then here comes this person and that person. And I just believe, this is just my belief, I believe when somebody comes out and says, yeah, this person owes me money, or this person played me out of a deal, and then the second and third and fourth person comes out and says the same thing, and let's just say all of these people are telling the truth. The problem I have is not the fact that it's true, is why you wait for somebody else to speak. It's kind of sucker, man. It's like hiding behind the person that's finally going to beat up the bully. It's hard to believe, and it's sucker, man. Speak up. Don't wait for somebody else to speak up for you to speak up. And I'm really talking about the Corey Holcomb situation, bringing on I forget what dude's name is, Scratch or Scrum or whatever his name is, that supposedly beat up Corey Holcomb. Man, we've had permissionless media for over 20 years now. Or no, I should say over 20 years. I shouldn't say over 20 years. I will say for at least 15 plus years, we've had active permissionless media with social media, YouTube, all of these different. Why didn't y'all go buy a camera or turn your camera phone on and start talking about this stuff way back then? Don't wait for somebody else to try to get your name hot. Now, I know Corey Holcomb, he don't hold no punches. He doesn't hold any punches. He speaks the real as far as in how he sees it. But how I see it, it's the same thing. Like, you should have been said something about TK. That's not helping anybody. That's not benefiting anybody waiting until Charleston says something. And out of all people, it's Charleston White. Again, you don't know. You don't know the facts, but I do understand some level of business. I understand that you sign contracts. I understand that you make agreements. If you're still taking somebody's word for it for a handshake when it comes to business and being paid, then you deserve to get your money took. So Charleston, if you got the contract and it says in the contract that you can sell your merch, because that was another thing he complained about, not being able to sell his merch at the shows. If that's in the contract, lawyer up. If they haven't paid you for your shows, lawyer up. It sounds like Live Nation is who you have the real issue with more than TK. I don't see how TK can hire you and then Live Nation hires y'all unless you signed under TK. And that's and it's the same thing. But what I have an issue with entertainers as well, when they're crying about money, where are your lawyers? Where are the CPAs? Where are all the things that protect you in these situations? Y'all rolling up with, two homies that's supposed to be a bodyguard and your homegirl or your cousin or your girlfriend that graduated college. So you have them play like your lawyer to read all the big words or all the little words that seem really articulate and think that you're going to get business done. It's 2023, y'all. Get your lawyers, get the right people, build your team with the right people that's going to protect your money, because you better believe they're going to work their ass off to make sure that you get your money so that they can get their money. It's common sense. I can't feel bad for you guys if you guys aren't doing that. I mean, you guys are making tens of thousands, sometimes $100,000. Oh, they didn't give me my money. What are you guys signing? Come on, man. Stop it. Like, stop it. So that's my take on the Charleston White. I don't really like seeing the OG getting ganged up on. I know he ain't looking for no sympathy or no allies, but I do have respect for TK, and I do have respect for Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb actually reminds me a lot of my late uncle that passed away. Just the type of humor he has, and even kind of they have similar looks or whatever the case is. But I don't like seeing that type of game, and I know, and I understand that sometimes people throw their hat in the situation, you know, because it's good publicity, it's good for clicks. But as far as on a business level, I know TK Kirkland has learned his lesson. He said that on his live, you know, when he talked about helping people out. But, you know, Charleston, if anything, what you need to do, man, if you're going to get in the entertainment business, bruh, you need to get all your ducks in order. I mean, I don't know how many documentaries has been made from some of the most legendary people, from Jay-Z to Diddy to Master P, and they give you a lot of blueprints on what to do. It's your job to just grab the breadcrumbs and get more of the details. Stop getting your money took in 2023, people, and get the right people behind you. It's common sense. All right, like seriously, man, stop it. Now, I talked about this on my other show, Gunplay. Now, Gunplay earlier this year had a lot of words for DJ Envy, and you know, they were going back and forth. It turned into a DJ Envy, I believe it was a DJ Envy Rick Ross situation, and somehow Gunplay got involved, and Gunplay was talking about slapping you and or slapping him and all of this. You know, it just got gangster real quick. It turned into Goodfellas, and it just got messy, right? And here we are, and this is another messy scenario where it's just like, what are y'all doing? Some of y'all need to put your phones down, okay? So apparently Gunplay, it's embarrassing. Apparently Gunplay got locked up because he pointed a weapon at his child and his wife because she asked him to be a little bit more quiet playing Call of Duty. And I guess he was, you know, inebriated, drunk, or whatever the case it was, and he decided to flip out. All right, people, look, I know the only thing I can defend a little bit is him being loud playing Call of Duty. Yeah, man, it's anxiety there. But on a serious note, that's just stupid, man. I mean, get some help. Y'all got to get some help, and it doesn't make it any better, you know. And be careful who y'all dealing with, because on one end you got this dude who's not right, obviously sick. Sounds like alcoholism. Sounds like he's been struggling with it, and him and his woman been struggling with him having that issue for a long time. But keep your business off of social media. Why do y'all go to social media and address anything? I don't care what the news said. The news is going to do what they do, but you don't have to validate the news. It's all speculation. It's all speculation and alleged, as long as you don't come out and confirm it. That doesn't make your situation better. I hope Gunplay gets some help, and it don't help, man. You go to court, it don't help that your name is Gunplay and you're getting a gun charge. Come on, y'all. We trying to restore the family, and you got this drama going on, man. Like, that's just crazy. It's I don't know, man. I hope dude gets help. And I hope him and his woman and his family at least get on a safe, cordial note. But that was just crazy. I mean, even the story is embarrassing. It ain't even me, and I'm embarrassed like it's me. Pointing a gun at your kids, and that's wild, man. It's wild. I had to get into it real quick. I really wanted to speak on this comment. Asian Doll. I've never heard any of her music. I've heard her name a couple times in social media, and, you know, somebody maybe playing the music in the background, said, and I quote, I can't quote it. Maybe hold on. Maybe I can quote it. Maybe I did say the actual words that were said. Yes, it was a tweet. And she said, trying to rap at 30 is crazy. No, it's not. Now, if you're just starting out rapping, I could see how people are like, whoa, what are you doing? 30? But there's this thing that people say, you know, certain things is a young man's game or a young woman's game or whatever the case is. Young people don't get to decide that. Maybe a certain style or a certain genre, but some of you guys haven't even been around for half the time hip hop has been around. Okay? So we got to stop there. I don't know. Colonel Sanders started Kentucky Fried Chicken in his 40s. A lot of people, a lot of billionaires, they didn't make it being billionaires until they were in their 40s or 50s or whatever the case is. I think that you should focus on doing music and getting more reach instead of trying to write rules for an industry, a game that you're not done contributing to. I have an issue personally with this because most of the people that I listened to growing up as a teenager were in their 30s when they were rapping. 2 Chainz really didn't break off until he was in his mid-30s, I believe. I think this is stupid, you guys. We need to start holding entertainers accountable for certain comments because, unfortunately, that's not what you're here for. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the military cares about what a couple of McDonald's workers thinks about the type of rifles they use. I don't think lawyers care about what rappers think about how they should practice law. Stay in your lane. And for the record, the fans make the rules, not the artists. The fans do. And I happen to be both, an artist and a fan. Stop trying to relegate everything because the world's not done spinning yet. We haven't seen it all yet. We've seen a lot, but we haven't seen it all. And it's these little, listen, some of these young artists are very talented and are very intelligent, and you can tell that they've emulated and appreciated some of the blueprints that have been left for them. But some of you young punks need to shut up, man. Some of you young artists really need to be quiet because you mess around and you run into somebody that may be pushing 50 that's never laid a song down, but will probably annihilate you with some of their verses. This is an art. Music is an art. Hip hop is an art form. And nobody gets to decide if it's time for you to hang it up or not, or when to start or when not to start. Nobody decides that. But the fans definitely decide the rules. Most of them, if not all of them. Okay? So my response to people that agree with that, my response to Asian Doll's statement is simply perfect your craft. Stop worrying about who's doing what. Now, maybe she's seen something that she didn't agree with, but who cares? You know what I mean? Doesn't matter. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. I think that we need to do a way better job with. We need to do a better job allocating our time to things that actually matter. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. We need to allocate our time to things that actually matter. So yeah, that's my piece on that. One other thing, leave Jamie Foxx alone, y'all. There's a video surfacing at the Renaissance tour saying that Jamie Foxx is out here in heels and a dress. Like, leave this man alone. That's not him. I'm trying to figure out why he would be at the Renaissance concert. Out of all things that this man could be doing with promoting movies, continuing to heal, like, and it's us. It's black folks again. Just too much time on your hands. That's not him. Leave that man alone. It's crazy how we go from, prayers up and, I hope everything. He's so talented. And then this man barely gets back on his feet. And he already got hit with the whole letter or not letter, but the offending a certain group that he wasn't even thinking about or talking to, and was forced to apologize. And then now these allegations, he's being sacrificed. This, and look what that's not him. Okay, it's not Jamie Foxx. At least I don't believe it is. And until he comes out and says, yeah, that was me, I was tripping, I was off that butt naked, my bad. Until he says that, I'm not really trying to entertain this idea that he really put on some heels, a hat, and some glasses and a dress and just decided, I'm going to go out to the Renaissance tour and I'm going to act a fool and I hope nobody noticed. Like, you guys are so gullible with these phones and these apps. Do you guys know how to decipher what is real and what is not anymore? Like, seriously. Come on, people. Get it together. Stop it. Find something productive to do. Or if you're going to look at some form of entertainment, at least let it be entertaining. Or find something to truly laugh at. Like, seriously, man. Y'all, these devices are so powerful, man. And y'all use them for the most ignorant stuff. Anyways, that's my take on some of the celebrity stuff, some of the hot topics, Dizzy's hot takes on Outside Raps. Tap in with me, man. Leave comments. Let me know if you agree with me or you disagree with me with some of these things that we are talking about. But, man, like, seriously, get it together, folks. And for those that don't want to and you want to debate with me, you know where I'm at. Find me in the comments. Please like, subscribe, share the videos. Let me know. Send me some information that you want me to cover and you want to hear my take on, all right? You tuned in to Outside Raps. Thanks for listening. I'm your boy, your host, Dizzy D Spill. And until next time, peace.
Dizzy Rich Penny back at it like can't stop, your boy's a true addict like money coming to me automatic like everything I do is cinematic like